Okay, now, for instance, when we experience depression, recession, okay, in 2012, a lot of banks were closing, companies were closing, houses are being foreclosed, businesses are going bankrupt. This was the financial crisis of 2012. In our business, like, I did not experience all that downturn in business. The whole world was having financial crisis and losing money and going bankrupt, and our business was growing and growing and growing during those years of the financial crisis. People are losing homes. I was buying homes. If you really think about it, even during financial crisis, what God has created, there are the same number of houses, there are the same number of fruits in the trees, there are the same number of fish in the ocean, there are the same number of monies in the banks. So why are the whole world having financial crisis and people losing the money? They're just getting disconnected from the wealth, from the good that God has created. People are just getting disconnected. People don't have to. It's all an artificial thing. All this recession and depression. People are losing jobs and things like those. God did not decrease anything. Now, again, this is my house in Port Charlotte, Florida. A year ago, there was another hurricane. Something I did was I prayed. I asked everybody to pray for my house, because look at this. This is what happened in our town of Port Charlotte. And then during this time, my house was not touched. It has no damage. It's still there. But again, I prayed for God to protect my house, just like in the Bible, One time, Jesus told his disciples that they were gonna cross the lake. And while they were in the middle of the lake, a storm came, and Jesus was sleeping. And one of the apostles said, "Lord, I mean, aren't you concerned that we will drown?" They woke him up. So he stood up and he calmed everything. He got up, the Bible says, rebuked the wind and said to the wave, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down and it was completely calm. Now, there's something that the apostles missed. And I learned that. Jesus did not tell them that we will go into the lake and in the middle we will drown. What he told them was, we were going to cross the lake. They did not believe him. They lost faith. They should just let him sleep, and they would have made it to the other side, because that's what he said. And that's what happens to us when we doubt what Jesus says. That's why we have to keep on reading and reading and reading what Jesus says, and hold on to his promises.